Hello everyone. Happy October.
October, scary month,
Scary month. Spooky month.
Halloween time.
So, it's good old Slasher here. Chilling here with
Mikey Railz. Hello.
Mikey Railz.
Well, Mikey Railz is better way to say it. It like rolls off the tongue. Mikey D Railz. It sounds like the hell's this guy talking about?
Which is what I say a lot.
What's going to be our random thoughts for today? We actually should put some prep into this, but whatever.
Our random thoughts today. Maybe stuff like these little skulls we got set up here. Like, say, memories you have of Halloween.
Halloween memories. From a kid until now. Although I haven't changed anything. When I was a kid, I would dress up and trick-or-treat, and I still do it. I don't really trick-or-treat, but I still dress up. Well, I don't trick or treat, but I basically...
What?
I basically still dress up for Halloween to go to parties and stuff.
Okay, that's one thing, but...
No, I take my nieces out trick-or-treating, and I take half of their candy, like most adults do. You know.
You kind of had me thinking that it was...
I was trick-or-treating door-to-door by myself and my dog.
Yeah, you kind of...
Don't start that now. But, so I guess some of my favorite memories of Halloween was basically getting dressed up and trying to figure out what I was going to be for Halloween. The main thing that I liked, which every kid would love, was the candy in general. And you were talking about candy in regards to how it used to be tainted back in the days. You don't really hear about that much anymore. With like tainted candy, things like that. Check it for what were you saying?
That there was like people who used to like
try to ruin Halloween for kids.
Yeah, try to poison the candy for the kids.
Yeah. I was in that aspect where my parents would open up my Snickers bars.
You were trying to poison the kids?
No. I was trying not to be poisoned as a kid.
Okay.
I'm trying to poison kids. I'm talking about back in the days.
I was about to say, this is going to be like a freaking expose
on
the deep, dark mind of
You thought this was going to be a confession.
No, Barbara Walters the shit out of you.
No confession. No, it was actually some of my favorite memories was actually trying to figure out what I was going to be dressing up as. Back in the days, it was the the superheroes like Spider-Man, things like that. Even though it's the same thing now, but you had a lot of simpler costumes. There was one year my parents could afford a costume, and they put me in that. What was it? A sheet.
Those really shitty, the ones with the plastic. The hard plastic mask with the rubber band.
Which they still have those.
And those costumes that could catch on fire.
I would be lucky to even have a flammable costume like that. I'm talking
about... You know the ones I'm talking
absolutely. If somebody lit a match, it was going up in flames.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was plastic. Yeah, right. It was cheap plastic. But no, I'm talking about where we couldn't even afford to go to the store, or my parents could afford, but they didn't want to spend too much in the Halloween holiday. I would wear the white sheet with holes cut out in the eyes as a mask, almost like they did in the show.
Like a ghost?
An E.T., like a ghost, exactly. Right. Now
that could be mistaken for something else.
Oh, no, it was just, no, it was just a white sheet. But you're right, though. You gotta be careful with your ghosts nowadays. But, no, look, Halloween, to be honest with you, is one of my favorite holidays of the year, still. Even right now, still. I love getting dressed up. I love the whole Halloween aspect of it. I love the parties. I love the parade.
Costume parties are so much fun.
Well, we used to go to a lot of costume parties.
Yeah.
You know, you had some costumes which I'm not going to bring up, but very obscure costumes, which,
like what?
I don't want to get into it, but...
Which one?
Well...
The Crow?
Yeah, that was a good one. But I don't think we should get into the one I'm thinking about.
Alright.
But we used to love it. That Crow costume was great, by the way. The way you said.
I did that a few times, because it's a really easy costume to go to.
Yeah, that is a nice go-to costume. I tried to do one year the Dead Presidents. Remember the movie Dead Presidents?
Yeah,
They all wore
I remember that.
They wore the black. Were you there involved with us when we tried to?
No, but I remember seeing you as.
Yeah, we were all gonna put the makeup on, and then put the black skull. What do they call that? Like I guess Scully.
Yeah, Scully cap.
Scully caps. Right. But a few people bailed out of that. They punked out, so we couldn't get to do that. I never did like a teammate kind of thing. Like I never did like a mustard and ketchup or oil and
yeah,
vinegar.
me neither.
No, I was always a solo kind of routine. But you know, growing up as a kid, going trick or treating, I just used to love the candy in general. Do you remember when I think it was Wendy's and McDonald's? They used to have those books where they would give out the booklets for like the Frosties or it was the Sundays actually. They used to give out Sundays.
No.
Yeah, they used to do something like that.
I remember they had the pumpkins and the ghosts, like the little pails. They had the pails for trick or treating.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about? When
it was
they did, McDonald's, they were giving out the pails.
Yes. I would always go with the typical, the plastic. I used to go with the jack-o'-lantern one, usually a lot of times.
There was two. There was the ghost and the jack-o'-lantern.
But you don't see that nowadays. Nowadays, people have like big black garbage bags because they want to really fill up on candy. Because
I think maybe I was at that point.
I think you did have like
no, I don't even know because my parents don't give. My parents were the type of people who would if I was going to a Halloween party. I mean a birthday party.
Right.
Their idea of gift wrap was cutting up the Sunday comics and wrapping it up in that. Thanks for making me look not dirt poor. Thank you.
No. Look, we all had to look. The same thing with my costumes. My parents didn't put anything. I used to love Halloween, but they never put anything into it until I got a little older. And I took it more seriously. Then they would put me in like one of those cheap costumes that were very flammable, like you were talking about.
Oh yeah. You said I had so many of those. I had a Yoda one, I had a Batman one, I had a Hulk Hogan one.
Oh yeah,
those
Batman.
ones are so easy to
How many
it's like
people
you
was
just
a
put
Batman?
that thing. You know what I'm saying? You just put that thing on, boom.
Right, that's all you needed to do. Right. Actually, the Yoda one was a popular one back in the days also, and Stormtroopers were good back in the days.
Oh, I never had the Stormtrooper one.
Yeah, well, all the Darth Vader. They all came with those masks.
Yeah, I never had the Darth Vader one either. I know I had.
You were like an Ewok.
No, I had the Yoda one. The Yoda one was dope. Somehow the mask, the rubber band on the mask didn't snap for years, and I was still holding on to the Yoda mask way after that costume deteriorated.
And you still had the, and you saying that the band didn't break?
No, I don't know how.
It probably broke, but you probably repaired it or something.
Nah.
You didn't do anything like that?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
But, Halloween is a great holiday. The only problem I had was going to the houses and basically getting disappointed when you would see, because little kids, when they go trick-or-treating, they actually monitor what people are putting in their bags. They look at, we always used to criticize, they just gave me like a Mike and Ike, or they just gave me a little mini-sized Snickers.
No, when people used to give me apples and oranges, that's when I would get really annoyed.
You're absolutely right. Oh, nickels. I remember a few times I would get nickels. I'm like, well, I don't need a nickel.
Give me a freaking orange, and it's like, it's not even a fresh orange. That shit is like bruised. It's like giant fucking.
Yeah, those are people that are growing oranges in the backyard that are out of season.
Or it's an apple, or it's an apple, orange, whatever fruit they don't want. They're just like, all right, give it to these annoying little kids outside my house.
Oh yeah, and every time I got a fruit or something that I didn't like,
they won't be knocking. They won't be knocking on this door anytime soon.
Oh, well, that's a good point. But I think now, like, rather than going to houses, because you would go to houses on the block and like, what would you say? 50% of the houses were celebrating Halloween. Like a lot of them didn't, but some of them did. A lot of people nowadays.
A lot of people always had.
Yeah, but not from what I've seen nowadays. Nowadays it's 50-50. Back then, a lot of people would sell. You have to go to stores now, like big, stores wherever you live. There's stores.
No, but a lot of people always all right, not around here so much, but people always have Halloween decorations.
Right.
Always had Halloween.
Well, that's when
decorations.
you know you could go to their house to ring on their bell and say, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Which I have no idea what that means. Trick or treat, smell my feet? What the hell is that? You smell my stinky feet? Give me something good to eat. But there was always a house that you would go to that would really unload all the goodies on you. You know, there's that one house that you would go to that they would give you all the good treats. And then going home to dissect them afterwards. See, when you're a kid, you don't need to have a great costume that really stands out. You know,
No, you don't.
No, you just go to the door
You
and ring the bell. As you grow older,
That was the point of those crappy costumes that we were just talking about.
right? Absolutely, yeah.
Those didn't matter. They were like what, like $6, $7 at most.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, get them at any party store, 99-cent store, put on the mask. Oh man, I really do love Halloween, though. But there are people that take it over the line. Yeah, people that really spend people that got money spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on costumes to dress up for Halloween. And, you know, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I have no idea. But I do love the Halloween month, though.
Let's change it up here. Let's see if this one goes. Yeah, that one goes.
All the skeletons are glowing.
Oh, that one's going again. Very faintly.
Oh, it died out?
It didn't.
No, it didn't. It just had a poor color to it. Like a purple light color. No, yeah, it's fine.
Did you ever used to do the stupidity from what was known around here in the Bronx called bombing, like
What, eggs?
egging and shaving
Shaving
like
cream.
doing that to like certain people or houses and stuff like that?
Let me tell you something. My parents got very upset with me. Growing up, we used to have battles with the block across the way. I lived on a block called Colden Avenue, and we had beef with Paulding Avenue. So what would happen is, I would go with my friends, and we would like bomb some place, you know, like Paulding Avenue would go there and just start throwing eggs, which I'm ashamed of now, but that's pretty much was the whole thing. So what happened was my parents got so pissed because one Halloween day, we did a little sneak attack on Paulding Avenue. Then they came over to our block, and we ran not only inside my house, but we ran on the roof of my house, and we started chucking eggs from the top. You know what they ended up doing? They threw eggs at my whole house. It was covered in egg all over in shaving cream. And let me tell you, my parents got so pissed at me. I was scraping off egg off the windows for about a week. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Because if anything, why did I run home? It was a stupid thing to do. And then you start chucking eggs from the top of your roof? What do you think is going to happen? Let me tell you, my parents punished me for a long time. But actually, that's still a thing. But nowadays, they get a little more hardcore. They get a little more hardcore than egg. They start throwing rocks and things like that. It gets crazy. But yeah, they're wasting perfectly good eggs.
One thing I remember was kids used to they would put Nair on the eggs, and if it would hit someone in the head, they'd have a huge bald spot from it.
Which is just really getting creative, but very cruel.
Yeah. Exactly.
A very cruel thing to do. Or if you now they freeze the eggs, right? Some people used to freeze
I've
the
heard of
eggs,
stuff like that too.
which is just nuts. It just takes the whole gimmick away. You might as well just throw a boulder or a rock.
Might as well.
You're gonna freeze an egg.
It's like the type of people who'll put a battery or a rock in a snowball.
That's what
you ever heard of stuff like that?
Well, that's just plain unfair. Putting a rock in a snowball. But yes, you're right. I'm not saying I did that, but who knows? That might have been something I did.
You never did that?
Well, put a rock in the middle of a snowball?
Good thing.
You're like, whoa, that snowball. That's a little nutty.
Good thing you're not a freaking sociopath.
Well, if it's actually snowing on Halloween, you can put an egg in a snowball.
That was someone who really deserves it.
But when you start freezing eggs, that means you're taking it way too seriously. And going back to the crazy people who used to put little things inside the candy to hurt little kids, that was a little nutty too.
Yeah, was a huge scare about that. It's like, make sure your parents check your candy when it.
Yeah.
And have like a cyanide.
Right. That's when the news would overblow things like they kind of do now, even more. But yeah, there's all, oh, watch out for the candy. You might eat a razor blade. Let me tell you, I don't even know if my parents actually checked my candy. Come to think about it,
you might eat a razor blade.
You might eat a razor blade.
You just might.
If I survived the next day, the candy was good. But well, some of the candy they used to give me that I didn't like was. Are you a big fan of butterscotch candy? Because I was never a big fan of butterscotch candy. I just hated it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think butterscotch is disgusting. Like the hard candy.
No, it's alright. It's better than a lot of other candies.
It's better than other one. Let me tell you, I don't like, what is the candy corn is popular. I don't like candy corn either. Candy corn is kind of disgusting.
These sons of bitches around.
Candy corn? What do you think about candy corn? Exactly. It's crappy. You can only eat like one or two of them. You can't eat a whole bag. You can't eat them like chips. You can't like chuck them in your mouth with a whole handful of candy corn.
I don't think it's as disgusting as some people make it out to be, but I
really
it's not my favorite.
Really? Then we should start a movement called the Candy Corn Challenge, which means you put a whole thing of candy corn in your hand and throw it in your mouth, and we'll come up with a cause to do it for.
I will decline.
So you're not going to do the Candy Corn Challenge?
No, I'm going to decline immediately.
Uh-huh. Okay. So then you don't like candy corn as much as you're leaning on.
I'm saying I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
You're not going to eat it like chips?
No. Like pretzels or fucking...
Yeah, candy corn is kind of disgusting to me. My favorite candy was either the Snickers, whatever candy bars you used to get back in the days. Those were pretty good. Snickers.
Well, that was always the dime piece of what you would get.
Milky Way.
If people were gonna give you like a Kit Kat or
Three Musketeers, Kit Kat was great.
You know, anything like that. Like that was always like, oh wow, I made out like a bandit.
Yeah. And some people treat it like a business. They would just pick out two out of that big bowl. You know what some people do nowadays in certain neighborhoods, but kids don't care what it is. They'll put a whole bowl of candy and say, just take one. And what kid actually looks at that sign and says, oh, I'm just going to take one candy? They'll take the whole bowl of candy and just throw it in their thing.
As any kid normally would.
Regardless
of the generation you're in.
Please be honest, just take one. Yeah, okay, I'm not being monitored. You don't even have enough, celebration of the holiday to come to the door after I say trick or treat. You ring the bell, ding dong. No, I'm gonna take a candy. No, I'm gonna take all the candy.
Take a candy, leave a candy.
Well, I don't know who's doing it. It's not like take a penny, leave a penny.
Take a Butterfinger, leave a box of raisins.
Oh, I see. Everyone would leave licorice then, because I always hated licorice.
That was the other thing too, like raisins. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, just get the little tiny boxes of raisins.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I actually prefer raisins by themselves as to raisins being in other food, like in bread and stuff. I'd rather have a box of raisins than raisins in food. But when I was a little kid and someone would give me a freaking box of raisins,
look at them like, really? Do I have a problem with my stool?
No, I want to rot my teeth and have a sugar rush. Don't give me raisins.
Yeah, raisins. Raisins are more popular years ago than they are now, right? Like, you don't see people just chucking raisins in their mouth or prunes. I mean, why were people loving raisins so much? And you don't even see the commercials on TV no more, the California raisins.
But do you know what I meant, though? Like,
of course! Nobody wants to get raisins on Halloween. It's a stupid thing.
You like, look at it like, what?
You get that little tiny box of raisins, and when you opened it up, they were all stuck together. And you would just pop the whole thing in your mouth. It was like a big leak chew.
And they were raisins.
Right. Freaking raisins.
They weren't, like gobstoppers or any other type of stuff that, being a little glutton.
Would you say that's your worst?
Being a little Halloween glutton, trying to collect sugar and teeth-destroying material.
Yeah. I'd rather get the apples and oranges like you were talking about.
You know what? I think I would.
I mean, give me enough apples, I can make apple pie. I mean, raisins. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Box of raisins.
And a little tiny box of raisins. Like, what are these people thinking about?
Worse than a sweater on Christmas.
Oh. Yeah, that's another good point, which we'll get to in December. But yeah, the horrible sweaters.
It's about the same amount. Corduroy pants on Christmas. Thank you.
Oh, you can't eat raisins. It's okay. At least we know. At least we know to blacklist this house.
Never coming
But
back
then again,
here,
the people who would give out raisins and licorice and well, usually people who celebrated Halloween in the 40s. You know, nowadays no one's gonna give you apples. At least I haven't seen my nieces get any recently. But no, Halloween. One of my I used to love when they used to put out the little booklets for Halloween for Wendy's, Frosties, and for the Sundays in McDonald's. And they didn't give you the miniature Sundays. They gave you the big Sundays.
The booklets.
The book, they give you the booklet. But nowadays, you go there and it's always freaking the small types. I don't even know if the fast food chains even do that anymore. Because nowadays,
for what though? Like booklets?
they used to give the booklets and it was good. Using a booklet, it used to have like 10 sheets in it, and every sheet was free one Sunday at McDonald's.
Oh, for the coupons.
For the coupons, yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant like a booklet explaining like all their merchandise.
No. I think what's happening now is you're not going to see that on all McDonald's and franchise corporations because a lot of people are trying to shy away from Halloween. Halloween has become like, like a holiday that a lot of people don't want to celebrate, especially if you're, into certain things that you think it's a bad thing. But
Well, it is a.
well, it kind of is, right?
It's a pagan holiday?
Yeah, it's a pagan holiday, Dia de Muerta, the day of death or whatever. I mean, when you're dressing around in skeleton costumes, yeah, it's kind of like a pagan holiday, I guess. Pagan.
But whatever. Like, there are plenty of Jewish people who get people Christmas presents.
Right.
You can celebrate any holiday as long as it's in good fun. As long as it's in good fun. How about that?
What do you think about people who don't celebrate Halloween and they get their bell rung every 5 seconds from kids trick-or-treating? They're like, oh, God. They just ignore it, I guess.
Oh, well, there have been plenty of times where I was caught without Halloween candy and my bell was going off left and right. I'm like, I'm not answering the door all day.
Oh, I don't give out Halloween candy. I'm usually out there trick-or-treating. I mean, how am I giving out Halloween candy?
I also don't think people would want to take Halloween candy from me. I think some parents would stop their kids from...
Oh, absolutely. If I walked up to you, I would report you right away. Like, this guy's up to something.
I'm trying to have fun now. Okay, bye. I'm sorry.
Halloween candy.
Whoopsie. Sorry, kids.
No, nowadays the stores sell bags of Halloween candy that are like 20-pound bags. And it has a lot of mixtures and stuff in it. But I don't know, I like Halloween. Some people don't like Halloween, I understand that though. Look, every holiday is not for everybody. For some reason I seem to like almost every holiday because it means a day off, relaxation. Halloween is just... Halloween's not like a thing where you have a day off. What? But a lot of people do take the day off because they don't want to get egged or whatever. No, you're right though. It's not a national holiday. You're absolutely right, and that's never gonna be. In fact,
Halloween
is Halloween actually a holiday? Is it considered?
It's not a holiday where you're off for a day. You got to go into work on Halloween.
It might not even be.
You're going into work on Halloween.
But could it be classified as a holiday though? Probably not. When you think about it. You're right though, you don't get off from work.
But you ain't getting off for Halloween.
Alternate side of the street parking is not suspended.
Unless Halloween's on a Saturday or Sunday.
Government, right, exactly. Unless it's a Saturday or Sunday. Because Halloween this year is on a Thursday. And you better believe that state and government offices are going to be open. So I guess it's not a holiday.
Yeah.
Oh wow! What about the
basically Halloween is a cash grab like Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Well, almost like any big holidays become. I mean, when you look at Christmas, it's pretty much
the biggest cash grab of
biggest cash grab of all. You start celebrating Christmas before you start talking about Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving, the only cash grab part of it is the turkeys. You know, turkey season. That's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Christmas is the biggest, and Halloween's a big cash grab one for the candy and the costumes. Labor Day for the food, I guess, and things like that. 4th of July, you know, fireworks and stuff. But yeah, almost every holiday's become a cash grab, and that's why people who celebrate holidays feel, you know, it's going out of the realm. Especially people who like to celebrate Christmas for the birth of Jesus and stuff like that.
Jesus.
You know, Jesus, exactly. But yeah, a lot of people my mom used to get pissed off at me all the time. Oh, people are forgetting what Christmas is about. My mom would never celebrate Halloween. In fact, she would hate Halloween holiday.
She was hardcore Protestant, right?
Christian.
Protestant, though. She was a Protestant.
Oh, okay.
25. How much longer do you want to go with this?
With the Halloween? I could go all month. That's how I roll. All month with Halloween.
Number 5.
So what are your
worthwhile.
good memories of Halloween then? I mean,
my good memories of Halloween.
What was your best Halloween costume that you used to dress up as?
All right, well, actually, the best thing I did for Halloween was I made a mask for myself, but I didn't get to make the costume, and I made a Wolverine mask.
Oh.
Going back
the
to
yellow.
what we were talking about a few episodes ago. I made a Wolverine mask with the points.
With the horns, right.
I made out of cardboard, staples, a scarf, and a ripped up t-shirt. I was like 10 years old.
Did you have the claws?
I tried to do that with like
Aluminum foil, right?
and broken drumsticks. It didn't hold together though, but the mask held together.
Oh my god.
Well, my favorite costume, I guess the best thing I done was two times I went as the Crow because it's so easy. I just
Right.
paint myself white, paint my face, ghost white, and have the black around my eyes. I have the fucking jacket, whatever jacket. That's basically the extent of other than buying costumes. Well,
Right.
I did have the Jackie Moon costume. You had the Jackie
I
Moon
have,
costume
yeah, well,
too.
in my closet, I probably have like 10 costumes that I have left over. I have the escaped inmate costume. I got the Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro. Great movie, by the way, Will Ferrell. I got a warlock kind of costume, really, really scary. I have the skeleton. It's called Mr. Bojangles. Really good costume. I also dress up my dog in I put her as a bumblebee, as a hot dog, and as a strawberry. But what I read in the paper recently, a big article, is that a lot of adults are trying to take away Halloween from the kids. Like, it's become like almost like a holiday that adults now are celebrating more than kids do. And they're probably right, because when you go to these parties, these Halloween parties, people like to dress up nowadays. Because what other time of year are you going to dress up without looking like a crazy person? Are you going to walk out on the street?
October 2nd, right now.
Well, and you look like a crazy person. I'm saying when you dress up, when are you gonna walk out on the street in a costume? Unless you go to Comic-Con. You know what I'm saying? Halloween is really the only holiday where you can dress up and be somebody that you're not. And I think that's why people love Halloween so much, because they get to dress up and just pretend. Look, Halloween's become almost like, I don't want to say it's so many words, but like a flamboyant holiday for women and men. Women like to be the maid, or the French maid, or the doctor, you know, the sexy doctor. It's become where people are dressing up sexy for it, right?
But women have also been getting attacked for, like, say, like, the slutty nurse or the slutty cop type.
I don't want to say the word slutty, but yes, that's what I was going at, slutty, right?
You could say that, man.
Okay.
That's what it is. How many
nurses wear...
How many slutty cops have we seen?
How many nurses wear a dress that you can see their panties right underneath?
How many slutty nurses and slutty cops have we seen going to... Me and you went to plenty of these costume
absolutely.
parties. And, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like slutty nurse or slutty cop is the go-to for a lot of girls.
Well, and couples, the woman would be the slutty cop, and the guy would be the escaped convict with a ball and chain on his leg. But it's become a holiday for basically people to get dressed up and just be who they're not. But look, I love it. And I think that going into like maybe random thoughts thing and like today's thing that we're doing right now, we're not prepared for any of this, so we don't really know. We're just going off the cuff here. But I'm thinking
we got the skulls going.
I'm thinking in the future, like since
we got skulls.
Since we're gonna celebrate Halloween, I think we should start talking about also a random thoughts thing would be like our scary movies that we liked back in the days to go along with our thoughts and things like that. Like scary movie type of thing where you know what I'm trying to say? Like what scary movies people liked, who were the main three back in the days? Michael Myers, Freddy, and Jason. Those were the big three. Wouldn't you say so?
Happy October, everybody.
Till next time.